What is up, everybody? It is TKO Smokey, and dudes, I am very excited. We have Beta 17, and I can finally play it, and it wasn't because Beta 17 was unplayable or anything like that. It was insane. It was all Insane's fault. Insane, dude. If you're listening, dude, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I had some, um, cool little UI mods and things like that. But as soon as I took that off of my game, everything worked fine. And guys, I'm loving it. So let's just get in and we'll talk about a few little things. So let's go. All right, right off the bat, just right here. Look, the little mouse guy. It's different. It's not that big blue arrow anymore. You got this little petite, little pointy little clicker thing. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. We got everything in here is the same. All that is the same. Everything is the same, okay? So right now we're at the Paris MX track. Just came out, and I wanted to do this video like the day that it came out, but obviously the day that it came out, you might have seen the MX Bikes video help, which was pretty much a plea for help because everyone was talking about the beta, but I couldn't get in to even play it because I had some little issues due to some little mods I had into the game. No tire hacking mods, just some some UI mods. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do feel like the third-person camera is a little further away than it normally is. I feel like on Beta 16 it was closer. So I think a lot of third-person players are really going to enjoy that. Another thing I noticed is that it actually lets you know what camera view you're on. So you have the external view, the static onboard view, and the dynamic onboard view, which is, you could do that in the other beta. It just didn't let you know what it was called or anything like that. So another cool little feature. If we can ever get onto the track, we can actually talk about this beta a little bit more, and just some little things that I've noticed, and some good, some bad. But hey, I mean, this is beta 17. We're literally still in beta. This is not the full release version of the game. Again, guys, I know it might have been a bad time to release the beta, you know, like during peak Supercross season for the aerial PDSX thing, which I am doing the commentary for the 250 EU. One thing I have noticed a lot, so I've been riding 450s for a while now on this game. I had more fun with it in Supercross because it just seemed like obstacles were easier to do. But one thing I will say right off the bat is that the traction is a lot less on the game. So it feels a little like touchier, as in you can't just hold it wide open and expect to like not slide out anymore, which I think is more realistic. And it's just like, I'm not sure about you guys, but if you've ever worked in the service industry before, and hey, I've worked at many restaurants, bartended in many places, you have what they call a POS system, point of sales, and it's a little machine. You make all your sales, you know, all that, where you ring everybody up. This happened to me one time where I've been working at a place for a few years, and we ended up upgrading our POS system, right? And everyone at work was all upset about it. They were like, "Why would you do it?" And the bosses in the background just kind of like, "You guys don't really get it. It's more for the benefit of what I got going on in the background," and you kind of just complain about it a little bit, and then you spend a few weeks on it and you're like, "Holy crap, I love it. It's way better than our old POS system." And that's kind of how I feel has kind of happened with the beta 17. we were so like the update was so long between 16 and 17 that we got just so acclimated to beta 16 that we can't actually enjoy beta 17 for what it is. I guess I would say the traction is going to be a little different, and this being a simulator game, I think that's kind of what they want to go for. You know, they want to go the less arcadey route because they are a simulator, just like MX Sim is a simulator. So, you know, I think that the less traction in the game, and there is for sure less traction in the game, no doubt about it. Anyone that plays beta 17 will tell you that it feels less traction, and I can only imagine the guys riding the 250s and 125s trying to do the Supercross stuff right now, at least the old ways, the old Supercross tracks, because it's some of those lines. I went back and rode A2. Some of those lines that we were hitting, they're tough on a 450 now. So 250 guys, you better be hitting those lines, you know, ripping those outside lines to get those jumps. Another thing, another pro, I will say, for beta 17 is the slow physics. And let's see if we can come in here real quick. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm telling you, if that would have been in beta 16, we would have done 3 front flips just now. Just slowing down and just it's just way better. So all those like kind of like little corners that you want to square up, but you're afraid to do it because you're afraid you're gonna get all wonky, and all those fears are gone. Those things are out the window. You can easily hit those inside lines without going down. So it's gonna bring a whole dynamic, a different dynamic to the racing aspect of it, because riders are gonna be able to cut down on you a lot easier than they could. I feel like in the old beta, just the way the slow physics were, tracks kind of got one lined in a way where you couldn't really dive to the inside, or you know, it was risky, you know, because you never knew what you were gonna get with it, you know. MX bikes is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Oh, just like that. Oh, speaking of just like that, dudes, has anybody noticed that like the pogo-ness is definitely tamed down a little bit now? Like if you case a jump, like you're still gonna pogo a little bit, but I think at least in the 450s anyways, like I'm on a 450 again, like the bike feels heavier, you know what I mean? Just the gameplay, like leaning the bike over, you know, leaning, bike lean, rider lean, it's all affected by the weight of the bike, and it definitely feels heavier going into the corners, which I think translates better because it's less pogo-y. People say, like, they would call it being pobosoed, and that's kind of where you kind of just you just bounce a bunch. You go straight up, you shoot up like a rocket ship, and that is definitely fixed in this new beta. I will say, since I've been playing the new beta, I haven't ghost ridden one time. That might just be pure luck on my end. Let me know in the comments if you guys have ghost ridden your bike at all, but I haven't. So I feel like the new physics definitely help. Maybe the weight of the bike is like it's gonna fall over. It's not gonna ride 10 miles before you get on the bike. So that's gonna make some people happy. I know, especially in these supercross races, you go down, your bike ghost rides across the track. By the time you get on, reset, you're on the other side of the map. You got about 2 minutes and track cuts, and you're freaking in dead last place, even though you're like the fastest guy on the track. So I don't think that's gonna help you. I think that's gonna help a whole lot. Now, here's another little thing. Here's another thing I noticed. Now, I guess it all depends on how you have your controller set up. I have my rider weight left, right, up and down, or my rider weight left and right on my left stick, and then my rider weight front and back on my right stick, front back. And then I have my bike lean left right on my right stick. So the only thing I'm really controlling with my left stick is my rider lean, and everything else is on the right stick. But I've had you know, people tell me that like they're having a hard time doing the oppo whips and things like that. Just, you know, there's some, you know, the cool thing about MX bikes, I will say, I'm sorry I'm going off on a little tangent, but there are so many, like, this is already such a niche little thing. You know, motocross is small, but then you got motorcycle gaming, which is really small too. And there's all these little niches. Like, you have the bike life guys, you have the guys that like to do more free ride stuff, make really cool like MX bikes, you know, trick videos, kind of like what's his name? Oh my god, you're gonna kill me. No, I can't think of his name right there. Come on, guys, I know. Let me know in the chat. I know who you know. He's like really well known for making MX bikes videos. Hangs out with Pelster. Oh, come on, guys, let me know. I'll think of it by the end of it. Oh man. But and then you got your like diehard racing guys, and then you got your enduro guys. So there's all these like little, even supermoto. I forgot about super. So there's all these little things, these little niches. And I think for the free ride guys, they felt the update just a little bit harder because the bike is heavier, and it feels a little bit slower in the air, like just to bring it back. But you can still bring it back. It's not broken in the air. If anything, it kind of feels smoother, less jerky. So I think that's gonna be kind of just one of those things where, like, in a couple weeks, you guys are gonna be pretty used to it. But I think the update, for the most part, even though a lot of people are divided on, I think that the update's a positive direction for this community. I went and wrote some of my homies tracks. Like the Blues got a few tracks that are very one-to-one scaling, and I went and wrote those with the new beta. And these tracks aren't released yet, but they will be at some point. But the one-to-one scaling tracks, Supercross track, and tracks and everything like that feel really nice on the new beta. So some of these tracks that have just came out, they're bigger scaling and things like that, might not be as fun. But again, we just got into this new beta, and if I case that every single lap, I keep forgetting that we're coming up on that thing. But new tracks coming out, they're gonna be, the builders will know that there'll be less traction, and it's gonna be more one-to-one scaling, which I think it's gonna change how we ride the game, how the track builders, content creators build these tracks. So I think it's gonna be positive. I think we just gotta give it a little bit of time, guys. A little bit of time. I think we're gonna be all set. I have noticed, I think there was some issues with joining lobbies. I think that is fixed for the most part. And you know, it is a beta, so with every little thing, every new little update, there are going to be some issues, and that's why it's called a beta. You know what I mean? So we just got to know that and stick together, guys. One little mistake, we can't be divided. You know what I mean? Like, let's keep it in there. I think the update for enduro guys is awesome because the slow physics are so much better. I hate to say this, but I haven't done the Krakenberg yet. I haven't done a full Krakenberg yet, so maybe now with these slow physics a little bit better, maybe old Smokey boy can get in there, do some Krakenberg. But I think this is a really good move in the right direction. I love this game. It's my favorite motorcycle game. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Let me know if there's some things that I didn't touch on in this video. I know a bunch of people had issues with their paints not showing up, and there's a simple answer for that. And if you'd like me to, I can do a video on the new beta 17 on where to put, put the paints and things like that. I think everyone's done a really good job of kind of directing people in the right direction. And that's what I love about this community so much, is that everybody's so hands-on, you know what I mean? And I just ran out of gas, so maybe that's a good point to end the video. So again, guys, if you made it this far, make sure you go down there and hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. If you want to support the channel a little bit more, you can go down there and hit that join button. We got 3 different tiers for you. Pick which one fits you best. And again, guys, let's stick together on this. I'm loving it. We're gonna be doing the aerial race next Friday, same time. It's going to give Stone Rider and all those guys a little bit more time to work on the track, so it's a little bit more one-to-one for this new physics. So it's going to be really good. Let me know your thoughts on the new beta down in the comments again, and I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, and hopefully we can be in this together and watch this game grow. So on that note, it's going to be the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one.